So on Saturday you said that you're disappointed with how it went. So what have you done? What steps have you taken out to make sure that doesn't happen again?
We have to slow down a little bit with just what we're doing offensively, take care of the basketball. That's one thing that, we've talked about a ton even this week in practice. We haven't necessarily gotten better at. It's just taking care of the basketball, making better passes. Fundamentals are a funny thing when you're playing. They're still the most important thing. So taking care of the basketball, limiting turnovers was huge for us that game. When you have 14 in the first half, that's a uphill battle no matter who you're playing, the best team in the conference or a lower level team. So that's one thing that we'll just reiterate every single day until it becomes something we are great at.
Mm-hmm. You mentioned, you said that Brooklyn and Erica have big roles on this team, and so they go out and score 22 and 18, and Sierra gets 14. You've come to expect that from her. But
right.
How big were those contributions?
That's huge. I mean, Erica coming in as a sophomore, she played a little bit last year, but she's our point guard. She's either really, really solid and I trust her, or sometimes she needs to slow down and not trying to make the great plays all the time, because when she does, she can be a flashy player, and I like that. She watches a lot of basketball. Sometimes I just need her to tone it down a little bit, but I like having her, leading the team. Brooklyn is a kid that she knew when we were recruiting her, we're going to have to go through her a lot. She has big shoes to fill, and I'm going to look to her even more so. I think there's some times where, she might think as a freshman, maybe I shouldn't be shooting this much, and I'll tell her when I want her to stop shooting and that sort of thing. Most of the time we're putting her on the best starting lineup defensively. She's on the best player, so she has a really big role as a freshman, and that's kind of when we talk to some of our freshmen that they can't act like freshmen anymore. They had to grow up quick. So with having an inside presence with Sierra, also that's huge for us to have a couple perimeter players consistent, and then still need that inside presence.
Mm-hmm. So Saturday doesn't turn out the way you want to. How important is it now to go into this Saturday and really elevate the way you play and perform the way you set up to?
Yeah, it's important. A way different team. Mayville State is, they just are gunslingers. Any shot's a good shot. They have a couple really nice players, a good post player inside. So it'll be a challenge. They'll be quicker at some positions than us. So we just need to get back to being a disciplined, tough team and kind of just play our style of basketball better than kind of reacting and playing how they're forcing us to. So we'll see some full court pressure, some 2-3 zone. They'll really get after us. So it'll be a good test, but we do need that game to come around, and we need to play well if we're going to get a win.
I guess rewinding a little bit here for a second. Seeing as I know a lot of new faces. How important are these early season games just to kind of get that mesh with some of the younger girls and the older girls, especially before you get into conference play?
Yeah, it's extremely important, especially just how many of our returners were not huge players for us as far as the amount of minutes they played and games they got in. We're fairly new up and down the court besides Sierra Sensky. She's really the one kid who's seen a lot of time her 4 or 5 years here. So we're very, very new. These are good. It's good to play other people. Obviously, we go into every game to win, but it is difficult as a coach to go into games and say, all right, are we going to get better every game? I want to win every game, but it is a process for us. We are new. We're new as far as systems, and we're new as far as veterans versus newcomers in their roles.
I guess what are some of the steps you've seen from some of this freshman class? Obviously, Brooklyn, the game that she had. What's some steps that they've made these first couple of weeks adjusting to the college game?
Yeah, we have a number of them are doing a really good job. We mentioned Brooklyn already. She's playing like an upperclassman. She's a big piece for us. One kid who didn't see the court was injured last week was Mia Apicelli. She's a really quick, gamey guard. We could have used her for sure. She'll be fun to watch, a flashy player too. Just really good, at getting downhill, getting to the rim. Sid Czar is a backup point guard who is, kind of coming into her own a little bit, where I don't want to drop off when Erica goes in, saying, okay, here's our backup point guard. So we have a number of kids. Gabby DuBois is a 4 type, where as she learns, she gets to just go play, and she's not thinking. She's doing a really impressive thing. So up and down, we have 6 freshmen. 4 of them saw early time, even in our scrimmages, but we'll look to a bulk of them to play right away.
I guess on the other side, I think you mentioned very few seniors, but that group that you do have back was kind of been the message to them to kind of take that leadership role, especially with all these young girls coming in.
Yeah, I think it started last spring with just saying, all right, we need a change. There's big shoes to fill with the kids that we did graduate. And they just want it. Sometimes you got to figure out through growing pains what it means to want it and how to go take the highs with the lows. But, you didn't see Sam Adamich this last weekend too. She's a senior, which I really like her leadership on the court. She's just a tough kid. And Michaela Larson's a kid who you can put in at a 2, 3, or 4 and say, just go guard for me and be tough. So there's kids that they just accept their role and know what is expected. And so that top of the senior class leadership is important.
So obviously, everybody knows at this point you scored 22 points in your college debut. Just what makes something like that possible? Is it the work ethic, the preparation, or teammates, or what makes it possible?
Obviously I worked pretty hard over the summer, but it goes back a lot to Coach trusting me with the ball, running the offense through me. And then everyone off the ball, setting screens, helping get me open. Sierra Sensky has a strong presence in the post, so a lot of teams double down on her, which gives me more opportunities. Erica does a good job driving and kicking out, so that also gives me some threes sometimes. So the teammates really help with that.
Okay. So last Saturday, it doesn't turn out the way you want it to. What kind of responsibilities are you giving yourself to make sure that that doesn't happen again?
I think I need to be stronger with the basketball on offense, finish a little bit more, knock down some free throws. Defensively, I got to do a lot better. As a team, we need to do a lot better on that. Taking away baseline, pushing to the middle, help defense, stopping, knowing their players better. I think we didn't really follow the scout more as we should. If we clean up those things, I think it'll be a different outcome this weekend.
Sure. So, there's a lot that goes into it, a lot of responsibilities and things like you just mentioned. But at the end of the day, just how much fun was it to be back on the basketball court?
It was a lot of fun. It's been a while. It was exciting to play with a new group of girls, new team, new conference, fresh faces. Kind of gave me a chance to go out there. Not a lot of people know me, so it was fun to go out there and just do my thing without having everyone, the expectations of what I've had.
Just talk about the rest of this freshman class. There's a big group of you. How have you guys been gelling together, I guess, this first month of the season so far and adjusting to college life?
I think we were all nervous at first, but honestly, I think we've connected a lot with the older girls, and all of us kind of have similar game styles. We all like to push the ball up the court. We like to look into the post, a lot of knockdown shooters, drivers, so I think all of our games are pretty similar. It makes us mesh better on the court.
I know there's very few of them, but some of the upperclassmen back, have you sensed leadership from them? I guess you mentioned Sierra and kind of what she's done. Just talk about some of those older girls that they've kind of done these first couple of weeks.
Yeah, definitely. I think the older girls have a strong presence, just like not only on the court but off the court. They help us. Since the first day here, they've helped us with classes. They're kind of the voices of our team. I know a lot of the freshmen, including me, don't really like to talk at all. So they really push us to become vocal on defense, push people through, tell people where to go. They help us with confidence a lot too, coming in as a freshman and being expected to score a lot, guard defensively. It's not that, I'm not that confident, so having them come in here and, always have your back and keep telling you that it's okay and encouraging you, it means a lot.
Finally seeing some game action, I guess, what was the biggest difference to you from high school to college? What was maybe some of the first things that jumped out to you?
I think the biggest difference is that in college, everyone's good. It's not like you can switch off on a player and know that you're on an off guard and you can take a break. There's not really any breaks in the game at all. You have to work your tail off on offense and defense with no breaks at all, and coach expects you to give your 100% every single second you're out there.
I guess last question I have, just these early season games, especially with a young group like you guys, how important are they just to kind of gel with everyone before you get into conference season?
It's very important, especially being ranked so low in conference. Not a lot of people are expecting us to be good since we're so young. So I think the freshmen and the sophomores that we have on this team have to really grow up and learn their roles fast, because there's not an excuse, we're a young team. No one's going to take that lightly. They're not going to take it easy on us just because of that. So we really got to grow up and hold our own on the court.